So this is the second property we're on this morning, and trying to get used to this X-Mark. Man, I haven't been on a sit-down zero turn in years, and I'm a little squirrely, a little shaky back and forth, but it's cutting awesome. The very first property, I smelled like plastic burning or rubber burning or something, and every time I would engage the blades, it sounded like the engine tried to bog down, but then it would pick right up instantly. And same thing when I shut them down. So that could be a voltage regulator going out, could be anything, but it could also just be because it hasn't been run in a long time. Like, I think the last time the guy that I got it from ran it was like September of last year, and now today is like, I don't know, the 6th of April or 5th of April or something like that. So, you know, it's been a while. I ran it a couple times over the winter, but I haven't mowed with it or engaged any blades or anything like that, so that could definitely be playing a part in it. But now this property here, I didn't have that smell at all. And another little hesitation on the blades, engaging them and disengaging them, but wasn't as pronounced or as prominent as it was on the first property. So we'll see what happens. I definitely, for sure though, need to get one of my trash buckets that we kept in the enclosed trailer we used last year with the magnets on them. If you guys remember me showing you how I made those, I definitely need to get one of those put on the X-Mark with one of my grabbers, because there's a lot of garbage out here, and getting on and off that thing to pick up all this garbage, it's not like a stander. So Billy, got those first stripes? You're spilling stuff all over the place. You want a bib?
I've seen it every bump.
Want to go back home and dig through your old bins and get your bibs out? Put a bib on you, don't spill that stuff all over the place. This is a bumpy road. You don't remember from last year? You might want to hold that drink till we get off this road. This is the city of Niagara Falls. You know they don't pave anything up here. It's a mess. So, first stripes in the books. That's property number 2. You happy to be back on a mower? Happy to be back on your V-Ride? Yeah. I was just saying in the video, in a part I filmed a few minutes ago, definitely need to get those magnetic trash buckets out of the enclosed, because 1, there's no trash bag on the Skag, and 2, there's no trash bag on the X-Mark. The X-Mark needs one, and the mount is there for it. I just don't have the bag for it. I thought the one off the Toro would fit it, but it doesn't. It's a different style. The metal bracket's a different style. I could probably make one, but I would still need the bag itself. So I'll just have to order one and be done with it. But for now, when we get back today, don't let me forget, we'll go in the enclosed trailer and grab those 2 magnetic buckets we made for last year. We used one on the Skag anyway. You just set it right on the fender. Oh yeah, and we used it on the Walker. So, especially on Mondays when we do all of our commercial properties, because there's so much trash, especially up here in the falls. There's people just throw everything out the window. So
Punch button, don't punch X.
But you didn't even punch me, son of a. Don't do it, Billy. Don't do it.
You're lucky.
So
Lucky candy cane.
Candy cane. Oh, better watch out. This Dodge is cutting in front of us. The thing, dude's got that thing jacked up in the air with a lift kit, and it's a half-ton truck. I'll never understand that. Wally did it though, with his half-ton. His actually looks cool though.
I was thinking,
But still, I never really understood why people jacked up half-tons. Whatever. That's your own thing. So anyway, I didn't bring the main mount that we use the most, which has like the clamp on it, that we can pretty much put anywhere, is in my garage at home. We don't have it in here. I have the magnetic mount, I have a mini tripod mount, the full tripod mount, and then I have that thing I made a few years ago, just the pole just sticks in the ground. Yeah, so
that thing builds up very quick.
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to make do with those things and get the best footage we can get with what we got. But I'll bring the other mount tomorrow, which allows us to put the camera in a lot better places. So let's carry on to the next big commercial property. Let's do it. Okay, this is that property I was talking about the other day where the guy wanted pieces of the fence taken away. This is the tunnel way, I call it, to get back here. We used to have to come up to here, stop, turn around, and then go back through there, and then go out and around the block, and then come up through the alley over here, because the people who live next door didn't want us just cutting through their side yard to come over to here. So that's what we had to do, around the block through the alley. Now we just buzz right straight through here, right into the backyard. I've shown this property a million times with all different mowers over the years, and it was I titled a lot of it first cut of the year. Somehow I'd always end up on this property for the first cut of the year. See, we used to come right up the driveway and just around the fence right there to here. And I did it like that for about 5 years. And then the neighbors decided they didn't like that anymore. So that posed a bit of a problem. Even though we shut our blades off, go through real slow, never left any marks. But they don't, they mow their grass like once every 3 weeks in the spring, and it looks horrible all the time. So maybe it's just because you could see we drove through there. I don't know. But either way, it's much easier for us to do it now with that fence gone. Billy laying down some nice proper stripes. This is one of the tallest ones we've come to today. It was actually pretty tall. I was surprised. This one usually doesn't grow as good, but really laid it down here. Cut it down to 3 inches. That's what we've been cutting them all at today, 3 inches. We'll bump everything to 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 pretty soon, once spring really kicks off here. And we cut everything at 3 1/4 to 3 1/2. Billy's been rolling his V-Ride, making stuff happen. I can't wait to start using that. It's not quite time for that 36 yet, but it's coming. I think I'll probably use it tomorrow. I think I got a few places where I'll have to use it tomorrow, so that'll probably be the first round of it. If I remember correctly, I changed some of my routes around again this year, so I think tomorrow I'll end up using it. But I'm ready, because I want to play around that thing. But
Got me some of the good.
some of the good?
Yeah.
The sizzling bacon. Seeds? Yeah, you haven't had any of them since last year.
They just hit different sometimes.
They just hit different. That's where it's at.
They're so good.
That's where it's at. All right.
These?
On our last one, Billy. Last one
Last one.
for today.
Okay.
Let's do it. You're weed whacking this one. I've weed whacked. Well, I have weed whacked everything today.
I've asked you
I know.
like 3 times today.
I didn't tell you to. That's all right. I didn't ask you. That's fine. But you're gonna do this one, so you can knock it out. I'm gonna go play around that X mark some more. I'm really liking that thing. The cut's freaking
I was
nice,
gonna steal another
and it's
one,
fast.
but I didn't.
Yeah. No, I want you to. You can get used to it. You can mess around with it on a property that I don't care about. Like actually, the grass at the shop probably could get cut, so you can play around on it there. All right, let's get at it. Let's get at her.
Get out of.
Okay, this is going to be the ending to this video. The ending is going to be Billy mowing with the X mark. He's never mowed with a sit-down zero turn before. At GIE, he played around with a couple of them. I think mostly the Ferris, didn't you? You did with the Skag too, the Cheetah, I think. Just real quick, but
I did the Ferris one. It had, or yeah, was it Ferris? Yes, and it had like a mesh, like seat kind of thing.
yeah, Ferris. That was that Gravely one. Ferris had the
yeah.
seat that's a lot like the X mark seat. But so Billy's never mow with one, so he's going to mow. We have this area next to the shop which nobody ever took care of before. I think they probably brush hogged it once in a while, so we have no idea what's in there. Could be rocks, could be all kinds of crap, but that's where Billy's going to learn how to mow with this mower. And I'll show you what he's going to mow. He's going to mow this whole area out here. So there's a little bit of a stone pile there from where somebody plowing the lot pushed stone up over there. You can obviously go around that. Probably some garbage out there, but so I'm going to mount the camera to the roof of the truck since it's facing that way, and Billy can mow that, and he can play around and figure out how to cut with this thing. So I'm going to have him cut it down short, and it's kind of thick in there, so he might have to double cut it. So I figure plenty of practice, and if he screws this up, we really don't care because it's ours. So I'd rather he learn here than on someone's property. You ready, Billy?
Yeah,
He's loving these lifesavers, these gummies.
best gummies in the whole world.
They are pretty good. You ready to roll this thing?
Calories. We gotta get some gym. Holy joe.
All right. So that went from a nasty, ugly field full of weeds and garbage and all kinds of crap. It actually looks pretty darn good. I think after a few cuts into the season, that's going to look like a nice yard over there.
Heck yeah. No, if they just let us mow that over there, you can just go all the
Well,
way
technically all that over there is ours anyway. I think they have a company that cuts it. I don't really know, but if they don't keep up on it, we're going to stripe it all the way across and screw them. I don't really care. But, so what do you think of this mower?
It's so comfortable. All those bumps. And I mean, I can feel like going up and down a lot, obviously, because there's bumps,
yeah.
But it's like, it's so comfortable.
That seat is
Compared to the
insane. The
walkers.
padding, and even that padding on these armrests is even crazy. But the back, the platform itself, the seat is so thick and padded.
It's like that thick.
Yeah, the seat is so thick and padded. It's a suspension seat, and then on top of that, it has rubber isolators in all four corners. That thing's out of control comfortable. Like, it's insane. I was hitting some pretty hard bumps and earlier today mowing, and it was just crazy how you don't get jarred at all. I mean, you go up and down obviously, but you don't feel anything. It's awesome. So what do you think about driving this thing? Definitely different than anything you're used to, but what do you think?
Very different. The turn, I didn't think I thought it was gonna be a lot harder, like keeping
To turn?
steady and to turn without like tearing it up.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing with sit down
really
zero
not
turns.
that hard.
It's doing your you just got to really focus on 3-point turns, because sit down zero turns, when you're doing your 3-point turn, they love to just sit and pivot if you don't do it right, and it spins the tires and leaves marks.
This
Not
forward,
standards don't do it as much.
gotta move them like slightly.
Yep, you got to keep whichever way. If you're turning left, you got to keep this wheel moving. You know, make this wheel move backwards while the other one's moving frontwards, and they'll turn you, and then opposite for the other way, and that's it, and you won't spin. So definitely cool.
The seat can slide forward.
Yeah, the seat can come forward for you. I have it all the way back, obviously, but okay. So we greased the hubs on the trailer because I hadn't done them. I couldn't remember if I did them in the fall or not, but they needed grease, not too much, a little bit. So we greased all 4 hubs all the way around. Checked the air pressure. I wanted more air in them than what I had in them, so we fixed that. And one more thing before we go. Got a new sign. Independent we stand, powered by steel. So another new sign came in today. Like I said before, any of you guys that want to send a sign, send it. I've had a lot of people contact me saying they're going to send some, so definitely cool. One last thing I wanted to touch on before I end this video, because I kind of noticed it myself just watching him, and I have a funny feeling. So let's just ask him. Billy, the power chute on the Skag V-Ride 2 has a toggle switch on it right now. Now, when you ran that thing all last year, it had the grass flap on it, and you had your foot pedal.
Foot pedal.
You want a foot pedal for that power chute?
Oh yeah.
I
It's
definitely.
so much nicer.
I definitely think I've been enjoying that foot pedal on the X-Mark today, and it's definitely awesome, but it would take nothing to put a foot pedal on that Skag, because the plug that plugs in for the toggle switch is the same exact plug for the foot pedal. So you just unplug it and you route your pedal wherever you want it and mount it in, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. So we just unplug the toggle switch, cut the zip ties and pull that toggle switch out of there, and we can easily put a foot pedal in.
So much like easier to be going, and just like, well, whatever side you have it on, just like tap it once instead of having to like slow down a little bit just so you can move your hand over. Use both hands, then do the switch, then go forward, slow down a little bit, do the switch again, and then go back to your hands. You can just cruise, foot pedal, keep going, foot pedal again.
I had a feeling. So we're gonna have to get a hold of Alex and tell him we need another foot pedal. So we'll switch that one over to a foot pedal instead of a toggle switch. And we'll just keep the toggle switch as a backup. But so that one's going to get switched to a foot pedal now too, I guess. All right. Now we really are ending this video.
No. It's our new pal, you know?
Apparently at some point today while mowing, Billy found a monkey. And so he kept it on the mower with him all day. And now I guess it's going to be a permanent part of his mower.
Marvin the monkey, right here. This is Marvin.
Marvin the monkey.
You know what his favorite food is? Bananas. Did you know that? Well, you didn't, but now you do. So his favorite food is bananas, And yeah, that's it.
Oh, crime in Italy,
Marvin
Chuck.
the monkey, he stays right here. He's been with me since this morning, you know. Had a couple good laughs, you know.
So you're gonna try to keep him with you all season?
Yeah, that'll be like our new wristband, like on the walker. Marvin the monkey.
For those of you who don't know, the first day that I drove the walker, I found this wristband and I ran it over 3 times and it kept shooting out of the deck. And for some reason, it never caught the wristband. It just kept shooting out of the deck. So I took it and I put it on the forward control lever of the Walker B. And for the 3 years or whatever we had that machine, it always stayed there. And here it is, right here. It's when you're ready. A2A Niagara. I have no idea what business this is or what it means, but it stayed on the forward control lever of that walker for what, 3 years?
3
Never
years.
came off.
And then you
So,
put it on MT after we got rid of that.
yeah. All right, that's it. Let's
Bye,
go
Marvin.
home. Bye, Marvin. Have a
get
good
too
night,
cold.
Marv.
Love you, Marv.
Don't get too cold in here.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up, and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.